Good evening. My name is Karen, and I am from Inspiration Planning. I hope you're doing well tonight. I'm sorry for the change of venue. My kids are not home tonight, so we've been having a date night and just relaxing. Earlier, I had pre-recorded a weekly check-in where I had written out everything. However, the lighting was really bad and it showed up all white. So I'm just gonna do a preview, or a review I should say, of how to do a weekly check-in. I also want to introduce my stickers. Okay, I have two of them here. This is the monthly overview. It's pretty much the same thing as the monthly budget inside the budget planner. These are stickers you can use with any paper. All you have to do is use a ruler and make your lines, and voila. But this specific one is for what your budget is going to be. This is what you use at the very beginning of the month to pretty much give a estimate of what you think your bills are going to be, what you think you're going to be spending. That's what this is for. I have one for, I have one for fixed expenses, for the budget amount, and whether it's automatically paid or whether it is just regularly paid. It could be both. This is basically where your check boxes would go if you were using our budget planner. That's where that would come from. You would just check the box underneath auto if it is automatically drafted out of your account. If you don't, then you can put paid whenever you pay the bill. Otherwise, there would be two check boxes filled. One for automatic, for whenever it comes out of your account, and the other one to be checked off as it's already been paid, so you know that you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. The next one is the debt name, or the debt tracker, I should say. It is showing what your debt is, like the name of the company, whether it's a credit card, whether it's a loan, that kind of thing. Your starting balance of what it is for that month. Your minimum payment, how much you're actually, the minimum of how much you have to pay. Your interest rate. Your interest rate is very important to do because it tells you whether or not you want to do the avalanche method or if you want to do the snowball method. I do have a blog that I can link later on down in the description box below that will describe more of what an avalanche method is compared to what a snowball method is. One is doing highest interest rate first. The other one is doing the lowest amount first. Okay, but it's important to have your interest rate there so that you know which bill you want to pay. And then your snowball amount, I call it the snowball, but it is the actual amount that you are paying that's extra, not counting what you're paying the minimum payment for, but that extra amount that you want to pay on that specific bill. Okay, so then for the next one down here, it is variable expenses. Variable expenses are those expenses that change. They're not going to stay the same. Fixed expenses, they pretty much stay the same. They're like the utility bills. The variable expenses are more like groceries or gas, things that can change depending on what your budget is for that month. Then I have on here, it says variable expenses, which is like what the name of it is, and then how much you actually plan to use. Not what the actual amount is, but what the budgeted amount is. Then we have savings tracker, which is like your sinking funds. If you want to save for, I don't know, like taxes, like our taxes come at the end of the year. So we have to save from January to December a certain amount of money each month so that we can pay the taxes at the end of the month. So what I do is I put it as a sinking fund and I put it under savings. So then I'm able to see exactly how much we have throughout the year for that. But that would go here. Then we have the little These are little total amounts for each of the variable, fixed, debt, and savings accounts. So whenever you are putting the stickers across, you'd put the fixed expenses and then you'd tally all your stuff up. And then down at the bottom, you would put the total amount that you actually budgeted for each category. Okay, so that is our monthly overview stickers. Okay, then I go into a little more detail, a little more in depth of what each tracker is for. So they're going to be kind of similar, but not so much, because on the overview, you're not putting all of your debt there. You're putting the main ones. Here on the debt tracker, you are putting everything down, whether you've got one debt or if you've got 10. But this gives you a full page on having everything all together. So you would put the name of your debt, the starting balance, the minimum payment, the percentage rate, and the snowball, your snowball payment. And then you would have a complete view of all your debt, and you can figure out which ones you want to pay versus which ones you're paying the minimum on. Okay, so then your savings tracker, your savings name, the goal amount that you want to save for, and the amount that you've already saved. So if your goal is, let's just say, $500 for Christmas, and how much you've saved is $300. So if you want to save any more for that month, then you could put it in your monthly overview on how much you want to save for the month. Okay, so the monthly closeout. This one is very important because it shows what your expenses are, what your budget is, how much you budgeted for at the beginning of the month, and then what you actually paid, and then your difference. So you're subtracting your actual amount from your budgeted amount to see whether you've gone over or under for the month. And then this little percentage line right here, this is for how much you actually used. Okay, so you would be saying actual paid divided by your total budgeted amount, like your total income. And that's going to give you how much what your percentage is of how much you used. All right, so these are our two of our stickers. I do have some used stickers. Pardon the fact that this one is wrinkled because we have a toddler who thought it would be fun to, ball it up and throw it down the stairs. So yeah. Oh, I hate that. I seriously hate the terrible 2s. I'm even more worried about the traumatic 3s because the temper tantrums and the getting into everything is just much. Okay, but anyway, back to this. Trying to stay on topic. Okay, so even though these are used, I do have an expense tracker. What you would do is you would use this on your monthly calendar. All right, they go like this, or is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. I have a little box right here that if you want to, you can check it off. I don't check it off, but you can. That would keep you, like when you're tallying everything up, it would keep you from miscalculating something or forgetting something. And then you have a little area for the name of the store that you used, and then a little spot for how much you paid for that item or while you were at that store. Okay, so there are 6 categories here. There's 6 colors. Each color is for a different category. I like to use mine for, let's see, what did mine, I have to go back to my notes. Okay, so I use mine, I have a little key here on the back of one of my things in my planner. I use it for groceries, buffer, pet, gas, miscellaneous, and eating out. These are my envelope categories. I use my stickers mainly for envelopes, my cash envelopes or for my cashless trackers, because that helps me to keep up with what I'm responsible for minus my bills. Okay, the bills for me, they're always going to come out. So I want to make sure that I have an idea of what I'm responsible for. Okay. So this is what my bills for the month look like. All color coded. Okay. So, then what I use my expenses tracker for, it is for what I call the weekly check-in. And that is this here. Okay, so basically what I do is, sorry if there's a distance here. I did all these numbers on the last video that came out completely white. So there was no way of you seeing anything. You could hear me, but you couldn't see me. All right, but anyway, so each week, this is for the month of October. I just used the back of one of the pages on in my planner. You can use any paper that you choose. These are stickers, so they can come off and you put them anywhere you want. Okay, so basically you're writing all your categories down that you use the stickers for. And then you're putting your budgeted amount that you used for that week. Okay, and then how much you actually used for the week, and then what's left over. So that's your difference. So what I like to do is I like to take the stuff that's in the leftover, and I like to put it down as my budgeted for the following week, because then that keeps me on track, knowing, hey, I've only got this amount of money that I can use for the rest of the week or the rest of the month even. So, but yeah, that's what this looks like. And you'll see the leftover, actual, budgeted, and the week. Okay, so that is our weekly check-in stickers and our expense tracker stickers. These are also from the weekly check-in. These are no spend stickers. So if there's a day of the month that, or even of the week that you did not spend anything, you can put this in the corner of each date and know that you didn't spend anything. To me, the no spend is one of the most important stickers, because I don't like to spend a lot of money if I don't need to. And I kind of keep track of how many days of the month that I can save and not spend anything. Before I started tracking, I was the one that would go to the store just to get out of the house, and if I saw something that I liked, I would buy it. If I didn't like it, then I'd look around, try to find something else. But yeah, shopping to me was like a therapy, I guess you could say. And now budgeting has become my therapy, because I just like to do it so much. It keeps me on track. It keeps me saving. But yeah, that's what the no spend stickers are for. I have another sticker that I did not bring with me upstairs. Great. Okay. So those are our stickers. That's a little bit of our weekly overview, our weekly check-in, excuse me. I also want to show you a little bit of what the planner looks like. Okay. All right. This is our budget planner. This is our monthly budget section. That's the same as the monthly overview that I explained earlier. Let's see if I can scoot it over. Okay, so this here is our expenses tracker. So some people like to do what we call the highlighter method. I also like to do that, and I like to do the stickers as well. So I basically write down everything that I spend on a daily, if not weekly, schedule, I guess you could say. But I write down everything, and I have 2 pages that are for checking account and 2 for our envelopes. So I can track everything that we spend. And then at the end of the month, I'll go and highlight everything and then tally it up, making sure that I have everything. This also includes our utilities. It's not just for variable expenses or anything like that. So, but that's what the expense tracker looks like. And then let's see here. Then our monthly closeout is the exact same as, which sticker? Yeah, this one. The bottom sticker here is the same. So it's the account name, the budget, how much we actually budgeted for. how much we actually spent, and then I like to do the differences in red if I'm under, black or blue if I am, oh no, excuse me, red if I'm over, and black or blue if I'm under budget. Okay, I have not filled out the change yet because we haven't, it's not the end of the month yet. So, and then I have our debt. It is the name, the minimum payment, interest rate, and balance, and just like the full thing. And I also like to keep a total of how much that I spend on it as well. But that's pretty much the overview of the budget. We have, let's see, in the very back here, I have a savings tracker. I am one of those that like to color in what I'm saving. And I have one for savings, and I have one for sinking funds. And then I also have something here for the bill tracker. All right, this is very important for me too, because I like to see how much our bills fluctuate, our actual utilities fluctuate on throughout the month. So if 1 month our electricity bill is, sky high, does that mean that our gas bill is going to be low? That kind of thing. It just keeps me more aware of where my money is going. Then the next one is the goals. I have not filled mine out. Yeah, I forgot to. I'll just admit it. But this is where you would put your goals. There's 3 goals here. I don't like to do more than 3 goals, maybe 3 to 5 goals at the most, just because I want to be able to focus on what's the most important to me, 3 things that are most important financially. So it's easier for me to focus on so that I can check them off and make sure that I've done them throughout the year. And then I've got areas back here that are for notes. I do have, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well. There are 2 variants to this. I have the green, and I have the flowery one. So for those that are more like the soothing, calm, versus the pretty and flashy, I guess you could call it. Okay, so that is a wrap for this. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this video, and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. All right, have a good night.